Hello everyone, my name is Rick Simpson, and I am now recognized by many as being the leader of the movement to see that the cannabis plant is once again legalized. Actually, it's not about legalization. What we need these laws to be repealed completely and thrown in a trash can, because these laws are all based in corruption. Recently, I was just contacted from some people in the U.S. about a lady named Shona Banda. Now, I've known Shona for quite a few years, and this lady was dying from Crohn's. She was on her deathbed, and she used this oil from the cannabis hemp plant to save her life. Now, I can't say that I could look at that as being a crime, but it seems that in many states in the U.S. it's still looked at that way. Recently, her son was in school, and apparently they were having some kind of conversation in the classroom about cannabis, and her son got up and told the classroom the truth. And from what I understand, a short time later, Child and Family Services came and took her children. And right now, basically, Shona is kind of hiding out until, we see what's going to happen here. But, this is so ridiculous, because the U.S. government themselves, since 2003, have had a medicinal patent on this plant that they say has no medicinal values at all. Now, this is utter foolishness. The American government have known about the Medical School of Virginia study that was held, that was done in 1974, 1975. They've known the effectiveness of this oil in the treatment of cancer and many other diseases. And that's the reason the American government put these patents in place. That's how ridiculous this whole thing is. But I want people in the U.S. to understand that, when you go to court, if you're picked to be on a jury, and in any of these cases concerning, the dreaded marijuana plant, you have the right to jury nullification. In other words, you can find the person not guilty. And I would strongly suggest that people start doing this, because they're trying to put people in jail that are simply medicinal users. And this is beyond foolish. People like Shona shouldn't be, have to go through, this kind of horrible experience. This is insanity in all levels. So I'm hoping that people in the future, if you get picked for a jury, for God's sakes, listen to what they have to say, listen to the case. But, if the person that has been charged, if they have a legitimate reason at all for using cannabis, for God's sakes, find them not guilty. What are they guilty of? Using man's oldest known and safest medication, a plant that's been used in medicine for 5,000 years. To me, this does not even make any sense. So I'm asking everyone, if they can, to support Shona, to support Shona. And if possible, if you have some extra money, support her with your funding. This lady needs all the help she can get. And, believe me, if you're in the situation when you're being attacked by your own government, and that's exactly the situation she's in, then you too would want all the support you can get. So I hope you will support Shona, and let's bring an end to this madness. We all know what this plant can do. One country after another is legalizing its medicinal use. You go on the internet, you see all of these YouTube videos about how effective this medicine is in the treatment of practically all diseases, but yet these corrupted governments think they have the right to keep this medicine from us. I think it's just about time that we showed them otherwise. Thank you very much for your time.